Senate Democrats are proposing more money to be allocated to schools. Senate Bill 166 would add a little more than $1 billion to the school aid fund, raising the total in the 2026 budget to nearly $22 billion. That money would go towards increasing per-pupil funding, educator salaries, mental health and safety grants, school meals, and $350 million would be allocated for school infrastructure upgrades. The $350 million in grants would help address buildings that are aging and have been for some time. The Democrat senator who's sponsoring the bill, he says they're hopeful this education budget can address the needs for schools across Michigan. A recent study from the School Finance Research Foundation evaluated Michigan schools and found most were in dire need of infrastructure upgrades.
We looked at 2,500 plus schools. 300 of them were over 75 years old.
And with buildings more than 7 decades old, things start to break down and fall apart. Stephen Ezekian is the executive director of the Research Foundation, and he says the problem is the state doesn't set aside dollars for these types of upgrades.
There is currently no dedicated money in the school funding in Michigan to address capital needs.
$350 million in the budget sounds like a hefty number. However, the state would only be investing less than 2% of what's needed.
The study speaks for itself. It identified $22.8 billion worth of need over the next 10 years. Half of that is in HVAC systems and roofs.
Typically what happens when schools need upgrades, districts go to voters.
Because those are based on property values, the ability of districts to raise money with bond issues is uneven across the state. So the same thing will happen, has been going on for years, is that districts will try to squeeze money out of their operational budget to patch the issues they have with their buildings, but not rebuild them.
During the Senate Appropriations Subcommittee this week, Senator Darren Camilleri says that the dollars would be provided to schools via grants.
It's going to prioritize roofing and HVAC, which is connected to the study that was done, and those are the 2 top needs of schools across Michigan.
This bill was passed in the subcommittee and moves on to the Senate Committee on Appropriations. Ezekian says that this funding proposal dedicated to building upgrades is a step in the right direction.
We're supportive of what the Senate budget has in terms of looking at the study and taking a very small first step to address some of the needs that we identified. We're encouraged by the attention that it got in the legislature.
This won't solve all the issues. The money would be given to schools based on need and again would be on a grant system. Michigan Democrats are confident they will have a budget by July 1.